Good day, USA. Welcome to Flag Stewards. Be a stud citizen. Reminders from our flag for Wednesday, March 31st of 2021. Yeah, that's Mascot Lacey in front of the old Flag Steward headquarters flagpole, also known as Poppy's Memorial flagpole. And to make sure you got your flagpole at the right, well, not the flagpole, but your flag on your flagpole at the right position. Where's our flag, the U.S. flag at half staff today? Well, we've got the U.S. flag and state flag across Alaska at half staff again today, but that ends at sunset. And then we have 4 other half staffs that continue, and you can click on the link below to find out about the honorees and the details of those half staffs. Today's historical moment from our flag recalls one of the famous letters Abigail Adams wrote to her husband John Adams while he was in Philadelphia, PA, serving in the Continental Congresses. That's right. Some historians consider Abigail Adams to be a quote-unquote founder of the United States because of her role as not just a wife, but a close advisor to founding father John Adams. The letters between Abigail and John Adams were often full of government and political discussions. And one such letter, written on this date, March 31st in 1776, became famously known as the Remember the Ladies letter from Abigail to John. So Abigail knew John Adams and the Second Continental Congress delegates that were in Philadelphia were working on a Declaration of Independence. She knew that, so she relayed her thoughts on how women should be factored into America's call for freedom. And here's what it said at the end of that letter. I long to hear that you have declared an independency. And by the way in the new code of laws, which I suppose it will necessary for you to make, I desire you to... I am messing this up, aren't I? Let's try it again. I long to hear that you've declared an independency. And by the way, in the new code of laws, which I suppose it will be necessary for you to make, I desire you would remember the ladies and be more generous and favorable to them than your ancestors. Do not put such unlimited power into the hands of the husbands. Remember, all men would be tyrants if they could. If particular care and attention is not paid to the ladies, we are determined to foment a rebellion and will not hold ourselves bound by any laws in which we have no voice or representation. Yeah, it's not easy to read Old English, but you get the point. Put the ladies in the Declaration of Independence, give them some freedom and voice, or you're going to hear about it. So while the Founding Fathers were debating how to handle the issue of slavery as it related to the tenets, meaning the beliefs within the Declaration of Independence, Abigail was reminding them not to forget about rights, especially voting rights for women. Unfortunately, as we've highlighted earlier this month as part of Women's History Month, Founding Fathers did not remember the ladies, and it took another 144 years, can you believe that, before women got the right to vote. Same right that Abigail was asking for way back in 1776. All right. And the insightful quote, which we just heard from the letter there. We'll kind of jump past that. You read it on your own. And today's fun from our flag. They're not jokes per se, but a deep appreciation of the great advice and life insights from Abigail that she wrote to John Adams. Here's some of her inspirational, enlightening thoughts. To be good and do good is the whole duty of man, comprised in a few words. It's never too late to get back on your feet. Though we won't live forever, make sure you accomplish what you were put here for. Great difficulties may be surmounted by patience and perseverance. All three of those, some thought-provoking and inspirational quotes, things that we should all aspire to and live up to. And now it's time to recite the pledge. Students across America at home or school, inspired by the words of our second First Lady, Abigail Adams, please unite and recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's it. This is Sean Sweeney signing off as Flag Steward. Go out and be a stud citizen. That means an awesome, good to each other citizen. Keep America beautiful, and remember, in God we trust.